Wouldn't it be nice if you could cut one single video or one single piece of audio and then that content turned into your entire social media plan? We're talking for every single time that you put together a video teaching something, it turns into 20, 30 pieces of content. Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how we do that, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's dive in. Let's do it.
You're listening to the Serial Progress Seeker podcast. My name's Dr. Ben Atkins, and I want to take you behind the scenes and show you how I built a multi-million-dollar digital internet business and how I'm turning that entire business into something that I can take with me anywhere, inside of a backpack. Let's get started with the show.
So this is something that we call our content trickle-down plan, meaning that a long time ago, I realized in my business, my online marketing business, my digital agency, all of these things, every time that we wanted to put something together that was a piece of content that would, educate someone about how they could grow their own business or how we could help them, it got to be almost exhausting trying to keep up with, all the social networks, meaning Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And if I was trying to do all of those things myself or, my staff of, 4 core people, and we outsource to, a lot of other people, but I have really 4 core people on my team, myself included. And so we started to understand pretty quickly that there was no way that we could do this. And heaven forbid that you're out there doing this on your own and you're trying to grow and build your platform, that you'd have to manage all this stuff. So you start thinking, how can I create one piece of content that turns into all the content that I would need? And, you got guys out there like Gary Vee that are talking about how content is the most important thing right now. And I fully agree with what Gary's saying. And Gary's saying, I put about 100 pieces of content out every single day across all social networks. And then he goes on to say pretty much, but that's not enough. I should be putting out a lot more. And I fully agree with that. And that's the thing. If you're just struggling to keep up right now, you may be thinking, well, golly, just me here or my small team, how in the world can I put out enough content that I can make an impact? Well, number one, we've been talking the last few episodes in this season about how to get famous online and how to really grow your business. But I think it's important that you understand if you are putting out that content, how you can do it. So this is the content trickle-down plan. And what it basically entails is how can you do one thing over and over and get better at it as you're doing it over and over, and that turn into all of the other pieces that you need. Because we have to think about this, and there's a lot to think about if you really think about it. That was a mouthful, right? But if I were to cut a video, well, maybe that's good content for YouTube. Maybe that's good content for Facebook, just to upload the videos. But then what's the in between? Because I'm not going to put out 5 videos a week because I would just go insane if I had to do that. But I can put out a video or 2 every week. And when I do that, then, okay, maybe I've got 2 days that video's coming out, so that's good content there. But a couple problems exist with that. Number one, that video content that's 5-10 minutes long doesn't translate real well to Instagram. It doesn't translate real well to people that are driving in a car because they're not going to watch my video while they're driving in a car. They're not going to watch my video while they're trying to sleep because they're trying to sleep and they don't need that light in their face. So you start to think the problems with this is, number one, is the core content that I'm putting together. If I'm doing a tutorial or I'm doing something where I'm just talking to the camera, it doesn't translate real well to all the social networks that we want to hit, and it doesn't translate to all the ways people consume content. So you want to think about this. You want to have content set up in a way that, number one, people can watch it if they want to, because it's extremely important, as we've talked about in previous episodes this season. This is our season on how to get famous and how to grow your business, basically how to build a platform for yourself. We've talked about that, but the key here is you've got to really pay attention to what people are doing as they're consuming your content. You've got to give them different options. And we always want to get our voice out there. We always want to get our face out there. So that's why I think video is one of the best top of the funnel solutions. If you have a little funnel that's built to do content, you have this content trickle down plan. So this is how it basically works. First things first, I'm shooting video. okay, or audio as it is in this case. But you're going to see even, moving forward in the future, you're going to see me doing less just straight audio for public consumption. It's going to be starting mostly with video all the time. So as I talked about in the last episode where we talked about sort of the content plan that you have to put together, let's say you're shooting these 52 pieces of content, or you're doing it for a client like we're doing, and you get that one shot to shoot that content. You get that one shot to put it together. Well, okay, what do you do from there? What do you do after you get that, 52 pieces of 5 to 10 minute videos done where they're teaching something? Well, here's kind of how we do it. Number one, video to audio. In most of the things that we do for our clients, most of the things that we do in our business, we try to put together videos that immediately can be transferred to audio. Now, of course, the number one big thing that I want to accomplish is I want someone to watch me on video and learn something from me from one of my videos. Okay, I want to be as interesting as possible, and I try to do that, even though I feel like I'm not always perfect at that. But I always try to get myself on video so they can see my face and hear my voice. But if they can't see my face, then I, at the very least, want them to hear my voice. Okay, so immediately when we cut a video, we are going to translate that into just audio too. So a video comes out of that, but also just an audio file comes out of that. And that audio file can end up being, a podcast, or it can end up being a bonus for a product, or it can be a download that someone's going to download if we're building an email list, which I'm going to talk about in the next episode. But that audio is just another piece of content that's another format that people can consume. And listen, I don't want people to feel like, man, I'd love to listen to Ben today, or something that Ben has to say about marketing or, living life, whatever. But you know what? I don't want to sit and watch a video because I'm driving, or I'm trying to sleep, or, I'm at the gym. So I want to make sure every video that we cut, we're also putting it in a format that people can listen to it. Okay, so also from video/audio, you can do it from both of these things. If you really think about this very episode, all the episodes we've done this season, these are things that you can break down into written content. I want people to be able, when they can't listen to something, when they can't watch something, at the very least they can read something. So we like to set things up in a way where every time we do a piece of content, it's formatted in a way that it can also be translated into blog content. So if you are paying really close attention to what I'm doing here, not only am I giving you kind of a top level concept, which is the content trickle down plan, but I'm giving you bullet points. And right now, just so you know, and I'm just giving a full behind the scenes, I am staring at episode number and then the name of the episode and then a list of bullet points. Those bullet points would end up being bullet points for a blog post too. So this video or audio content could immediately go to a blog post. Okay, so from here, things get really interesting because that video and audio also turns into social content. So I pass this down from me. I'm just doing the video or the audio. It gets turned into a blog post, and you have plenty of people that you can outsource this stuff to. You can go out and find blog writers. You can go find people that will create this social content. For social content, I love working with folks like Brand Strong is great, Design Pickle. All of those folks are really good. By the way, neither of them are paying me to say that. They're just really good at what they do. I'm a big fan of Brand Strong, by the way. So we take the audio and we can build what we call quote cards. Basically, something I say in here that maybe sticks out. Every so often it happens. We can turn that into a quote with my face. So they'll get me in a room every so often. We'll take pictures, or if I'm by myself, I can take pictures and send them off to our folks. They couple that with a quote that was from one of the videos or audio pieces, and then that turns into social content. So just one video, one piece of audio turns into a blog post, turns into a podcast, but it also turns into quotes that we pull out. You can sometimes pull out 5 to 10 things from one of these videos, and you can turn it into 5 to 10 pieces of content that will go out as just a static picture. So something that's super bite-sized. Also, you got to keep in mind, every time we do this video stuff and we bust out a video, typically in a 5 to 10 minute video, we can pull out 5 pieces of 60-second content that's a perfect fit for Instagram. So we pass that along. So every time that we cut a video, we're mining it for this. So you're going to see not only little quotes come from each of these videos that we shoot, but you're also going to see little cuts of video that are 60 seconds long, sometimes 15-second long, that go on to Instagram, Facebook. It's a quick play. It'll link you to the main source of content. Okay, so that's the key. Now, how this all kind of comes out is for every video we basically want to get one blog post. We want to get one podcast. We want to get, about into what we call a quote card. And so it's a picture of me and a quote that came probably from that video. And sometimes, we'll do a video and there was like nothing that's quoting and a quote that came probably from that video. And sometimes, we'll do a video and there was like nothing that's quotable, right? It's just more of a tutorial style thing. But sometimes we'll get, the 3 to 5 that we want. But then we're also trying to get 5 little snippets that are going to be laid out. They're going to have the captions in the bottom, the main idea at the top. You see this a lot these days. We're trying to get 5 of those for every 5 to 10 minute video that we're doing so that we can break it apart, but also lead them back to the core video or core piece of audio. And that's what goes up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, as we're doing this, there's a schedule. Every single week we have mapped out. This is what goes out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And as I said before, sort of my schedule is if I'm doing a podcast and it's just a straight podcast or not pulling it from a video, if I'm doing that, then what we're going to have is on Monday, I'm shooting that in the afternoon. So if you're listening to this right now, odds are pretty darn good that I recorded this audio on a Monday. And just behind the scenes, it is a Monday. It's my podcast day. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are my video days. That's when I go into the studio, shoot video. By the way, my studio is nothing crazy. I've got a whole office that we had set up to do this kind of thing. And where did I end up shooting videos? It's in my house, in my office, in my house. So, you can get super fancy with it, but at the end of the day, what are you going to actually do? What makes it easy for you when you get in the mood to do it? But also, even if you're not in the mood to do it and you're on a schedule like me, because sometimes I'm not in the mood to do it, what makes it as easy as possible for you to rock that out? So that's it. And like I said, I don't want to drag this on any longer, but the core thing that you need to realize is once we go in and we shoot this stuff for a client, and we get the 52 pieces of content, something one video per week, what do we do with that? What do we do with that to actually build out a full content plan? And we do this in our business too. So we shoot a video. That video turns into audio for a podcast. That audio turns into a blog piece. So somebody's going to take what we said and turn it into the written format. From there, we're going to take back to the video, we're going to pull in like 5 little 60-second things for social media that sort of gives a piece of that video, what it was, and then relays it back to the other, which is pretty simply, hey, go watch this full video on YouTube or Facebook. We just showed you a piece on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Here's where you can go find the full piece. So it's these little teaser things. And then also, out of every video, we're trying to pull at least a few quotes that we can turn into a quote card, which is just an image of me and then a quote in the side, and those things get shared like crazy. So that's how it works. The idea here is you want to put the star of the show, and that could be you. You want to put the star of the show into a position where all they have to do is come up with the content. So, and I do this when I'm laying down at night sometimes. I just like, oh, that'd be a cool video to shoot, and I can do that. I know that. And my audience would be interested in that. So you put them in a position where they have to create the content in terms of, planning it. And then you have to put them in a position to where you got to go actually shoot the video. And if you can just get those things done, all of those little trickle down pieces get taken care of by other people in the organization. And that's how you can really build something that's amazing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is just sort of a walkthrough of how we take, one piece of content and turn it into a lot of content that is, pretty much supporting of each other. The next time we are going to be doing this, I'm going to talk to you about something that's a little bit of a different track. It's building the alert list. Okay, now if you're trying to build your brand, build a platform, kind of get famous in the group of people you want to get famous with so you can grow a business, you also have to have a way to contact them on demand. So with a lot of the stuff we've been talking about, it's building content, being attractive. Of course, later down the road, we're going to talk about how to put ads behind that thing. But the next 2 episodes, we're going to talk about building your list and then sort of having a core product and what that's about. So if you dug this, do me a favor, leave us a review. I would love to hear what you think about the content we're putting out. Let me know that this is helping you, you're digging it, and what you think. Also, make sure you click that subscribe button on iTunes or any of the places that you happen to listen. And that way you'll be alerted every time we have a new episode hit the airwaves. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait for you to hear the next episode. We're going to be talking about building the alert list, aka your platform where you can contact people anytime to let them know you got something new, to let them know you got a great piece of content or something that they can go buy. All right, I'll see you on the next one.